Hey guys, Sean, Lessons for Dummies, Tippmann TMC. I was a bit conflicted about posting a video about this, but I think it's good. There's some good educational purpose behind it. Man, I see people talking about running like higher than 1100 PSI output in their launchers all the time. And I never endorsed running more than 1100 PSI. 1100 PSI is kind of like this number that was set by paintball. And usually when you run 1100 PSI, you run through a remote line. So it does have some restrictions kind of built in. Paintball markers are made of aluminum. They're not PCP air guns shooting unregulated, 3,000 or 4,500 or 5,000 PSI air pressure like that new AEA sawed-off shotgun or whatever you want to call it. I'll never see it here because it's not Canada legal. But in any case, I put thousands of rounds to this TMC. This is a calculated risk that I made based on how it responded to each of the modifications that I did. Now, you're not going to see this posted in all the groups. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you're going to see this. All my testing on this marker was done at 1100 PSI. The spring mods that I have done in here in 1100 PSI got me about 500 feet per second using a 2.9 gram Byrna kinetic. This is a blowback marker. It is very limited in how it functions. It uses air to return your hammer to recock so you can fire. There's a lot of intricate pathways in here, unlike a blow forward marker like your FSC or your M17. Let's just cut to the chase. My T15, my second less lethal launcher, came apart at about 1300 PSI output. M17, I've seen them come apart around 14, 1500. Some will claim they've gone higher. You know what, guys? I'm not going to argue with whose numbers are higher or not. I mean, I do this for fun, and shooting for our numbers is a great pastime, but only if it's done safely. FSC, well, they don't really like more than 1100 PSI. Well, let's just do it. TMC, I've done my spring mods in here, so I will never, ever recommend doing what I'm about to do, even as how I have it. And I'm not sure even if this was unmodified, I don't know if it would even function, but well, here goes nothing. If you know, you know. I don't know if it's focusing, so I'll just get it in there a little more. This bottle's filled at 3000 PSI. Byrna Kinetics, 2.9 gram. Yeah. Let me just clear this guy out. This is a perfect example that demonstrates the limitations of a blowback marker and the volume that is contained inside here. Blowback markers usually have, it commonly referred to as like a poppet valve. So the higher the pressure, kind of like a Byrna, that one here, yeah, well, I got my SD here. And some of the speedball markers, like a Spider and stuff, have a poppet valve, and the higher the pressure, actually the greater the force is actually closing that valve. So it's holding it shut, less prone to leakage. But the trade-off is it needs air to cycle the hammer back and reset your marker. So, well, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I don't know, I just thought it was interesting, and don't want anybody to get the wrong idea, but don't try this at home, please.